Hour 2 of this Wednesday PFT Live, and the deal was done yesterday. I'd say Bengals fans were getting a little bit nervous about what was going on with Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, first overall pick in the draft, but they got it done. There was never any indication of any acrimony or whatever. Burrow signs, and it makes sense for him to sign. Look, there was a thought that maybe you sit out the whole year, re-enter the draft. It doesn't make sense because the salary cap's going to go down next year. You're not going to get a better deal than the one that's on the table right now. You get the bulk of your money in signing bonus, Chris. So Joe Burrow, officially a member of the Cincinnati Bengals. He's in the fold along with A.J. Green. Joe Mixon showed up. This Bengals team has very low expectations for 2020. They keep their guys healthy. They keep their guys away from the virus. And this is a team that could be very interesting. I know it's a tough division to compete in, but if they just the key is more than the virus, just keeping guys healthy, having a healthy group of receivers on the field, something that they rarely are able to do. But I'm excited about what Joe Burrow can do based on what we saw him do last year for LSU.
I am too. This is another quarterback. We talked about Tua last hour, right? Hey, pandemic year. No OTAs. Here's a rookie quarterback. Okay. I don't give a damn. Joe Burrow is in that Tua class to me of like, he's about as ready to go as far as a rookie quarterback and what it means to play in the NFL as you're ever going to see. He was in a pro-style offense. He was running Sean Payton's West Coast-type offense last year. Not to that extent, that level and capacity and, creativity, but still it was that offense. So he's going to have a great understanding of NFL offenses again. And within that offense is going to be some carryover from the Sean McVay, Zach Taylor type offense too. So he's going to understand some of the rules right away. And the fact that, again, he played in the SEC, he's been around NFL football players. I'm excited for Joe Burrow. Like I said during the draft, Mike, I mean, he's the closest thing I think I've seen to Peyton Manning coming out in the draft, since Peyton Manning, of course. And that's just the way, the aura and the way he handles himself off the field, the way he plays on the field. He's got it all. And it just seems like the tougher the game, the worse the situation is, whatever it is, he just rises to the challenge and plays better. And I'm with you, Mike. I'm excited. They got some young studs and a guy like A.J. Green where you go, yeah, they might lose a lot of games, but they could be really fun to watch and put up a lot of points and yards.
And as we wait for more clarity, or as the case may be, any clarity on what's going to happen with college football season this year, think about this. If there hadn't been college football season last year, where would Joe Burrow have been drafted this year?
Right.
Joe Burrow was on no one's list as a breakout star and a guy who was destined to be the number one overall pick in the draft. So it just shows you what the NFL loses. The NFL is rooting very hard for college football to happen because you want to have that last year of college football help you better crystallize what otherwise is a complete and total crapshoot. But yeah, if there had been no football last year, no Joe Burrow, there may be some other guy out there who's ready to become a star who will be the first overall pick in 2021 that we won't even know about.
Right.
If they don't play college football this fall. So Burrow made the most out of that last year of college football, and now the Bengals hoping to make the most out of their latest effort at a franchise quarterback, really their first guy since. I don't want to, Andy Dalton was just kind of there. Was he a franchise quarterback? He got a decent contract.
Yeah.
He was with the team for 8-9 seasons.
Right.
It just never felt like it was clicking the way that it does for the teams that have a true franchise quarterback.
Sure.
And that's what every team needs to get to. You need to have that quarterback that you think is in the top 10 or close to the top 10 if you want to contend every year.
That's right. And you're exactly right. And I don't think we ever had that warm and fuzzy feeling about Andy Dalton. I think we might have had years where we went, ooh, Andy Dalton looks good. Ooh, is Andy Dalton in the top half of football? We might have flirted with that, but you're right. They haven't had this type of guy since, Carson Palmer and this kind of excitement, so, and then this is a guy that's, coming off in a national championship and, again, was on a talented team, but man, did he have a lot of highlight reel type plays that we just showed there where there's nothing and he's scrambling around and running and making unbelievable plays off schedule. So that's where he's going to be fun because he is, I think, a guy that, as you always hear me say, Mike, he's going to capitalize on what the offense and what's there to be had, but he can capitalize when there's nothing there to be had, as we had this conversation so many times with those top 10 guys. Offensive coordinator can't call the right play all the time. every now and then, hey, that the defense has got, a pro coach and pro players on that side too. They win sometimes. You need a quarterback that in a handful of those plays is still going to make plays when the defense wins, and the defense is going to go, damn, we had them. How did they get a 20-yard gain? Well, I'll tell you why, because that damn quarterback's really good, and I think Joe Burrow is one of those guys.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.